Hi, welcome to Abed 3100, which is Business Communication. My name is Dr. Webb, and I'm your professor for this course. I created this video to orient you and to show you how to navigate through CourseDen, let you know all the important things on the syllabus, and show you briefly about your new technology tool called MH Connect, which some of you may have used in the past, and some of you may be new to it. At this point, we'll move forward and talk about the syllabus. Please be aware there'll be a short quiz after this video that will enable you to show and demonstrate that you have picked out some of the finer points of the syllabus and that you're aware of the expectations. All right, let's move on to the syllabus. Here is our syllabus for this semester. You'll notice that it indicates the time when we do meet on campus, which will be in Miller Hall 2213, includes my office, which is in Miller Hall 2314, which is across from the marketing department. I have an office phone on campus as well as a home phone in my office at home. The email address is sweb@wesco.edu, and I prefer that you use this email address every time that you are trying to reach me, due to the fact that if you try to reach me or reach out to me regarding email through the CourseDen app, I literally cannot respond back to you unless I'm in that app, which I cannot do easily from my phone or any other device. So therefore, if you do contact me through CourseDen, I probably will not respond to you quickly. So again, please reach me at the sweb@wesco.edu every time that you want to try to contact me by email. Now, this section also includes my office hours, and I have a unique kind of situation where I have a virtual office hour hangout, a Google Hangout. So I'm going to just quickly show you. If you click on the link, it will open up Google Hangouts. As you can see here, you will be able to notice that, one second, okay. So you'll be able to notice that you just click on the link, it will ring me. If I am available, I will answer it. If not, I'll get back to you. If you want to schedule something so that we can specifically plan to meet here on Google Hangout, that would be perfect as well. So it's a great forum for us to meet face-to-face, even though we are virtual. So close this out. Okay, back to the syllabus. Another important thing that I wanted to point out to you are the resources that you're going to be needing for this course. You're going to have an electronic textbook. It is able to be purchased directly online through our CourseDen, and I'll show you that in just a moment when we go into CourseDen. You'll also need a webcam for Google Hangouts in this course, and you can purchase this from the bookstore. However, it's a little bit more expensive, so I recommend that you actually purchase it through the app if possible. I know that might not be a possibility for everyone due to financial aid or other types of arrangements. The syllabus also includes what the course is about. In general, it's about being able to speak and write in business situations so that you come across as persuasive, credible, and professional. So we're going to be going through several chapters as well as different projects, including a job search project and a recommendations proposal, so that you can demonstrate all these different elements of communicating in a business type setting. The syllabus also has some learning goals and outcomes that is part of our accreditation. But the most important part is what you'll need to do to be successful. So I have a pretty strict attendance policy for this course, and this means not only attending in person, but on campus, but also attending online. I've set up attendance questions online that you'll be responsible for completing, and if you either on campus or online miss more than 2 classes or are considered absent more than 2 times, your grade will be lowered by 1 letter grade, or you will need to take the optional final exam, which is on campus. So it's important to try to avoid missing any classes so that you don't either lose a letter grade or are required to take the optional final exam at the end of the semester. Another thing is when we have classes on campus, make sure that you are arriving on time and ready to participate. If you are late, points will be deducted. And if you are consistently late, that could add to an absence. If you are absent for any reason, though, and it's documented, you can provide me with that documentation, and then you will not be considered absent. Another thing that you're going to need to make sure that you do is be prepared and participate. You'll need to show your professionalism. You're going to need to do this by not doing things like looking at your cell phone when we're not working, using that type of device, arriving on time, avoiding any kind of early exits, making sure that you're focusing on task, and also making sure that when you're submitting assignments that they're as professional as possible. And this includes your English language arts with grammar, spelling, punctuation, and formatting. So that leads to the next bullet point, which is handing in professional documents. You will need to turn in documents using Microsoft Word. They can't be pages files if you're a Mac user, or PDF files, so that I can easily track your changes and provide you with feedback and comments. And again, different from maybe some of your other classes, I'll be looking very carefully at your spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And if there are errors, there will be point deductions. I recommend that if you're not strong in those areas, that you go to the writing center or have people proofread your work. We will be doing some grammar and punctuation activities or exercises in this class. So by the end of the semester, hopefully you'll be better in that area as well. You'll be doing some presentations in our class. There'll be a team presentation, which is your formal one, and then there'll be a few informal presentations, starting with an informal presentation during Thursday's online class. So when you do your presentations, make sure that you look professional. Guys should be wearing a shirt with a tie. If it's business casual, like the upcoming presentations that you're going to be doing where it's not formal, you can wear a little bit nicer attire with maybe polo shirts or khakis, and women can be wearing blouses and nice pants. Try to look appropriate when you are giving a presentation, because that will also affect your credibility. The other thing that I want to point out is the importance of meeting your deadlines. There'll be several small assignments that you'll be responsible for, which you'll notice will make up 32% of the grade in this course. If for some reason you know you are going to miss a deadline or something is happening in your life that is preventing you, you need to let me know before the assignment or activity is due. If you let me know before, we can arrange maybe an extension with either points being deducted or maybe even no points being deducted. But if you don't let me know until after it's due, you'll be receiving a 0. And if there's some kind of an emergency or something that comes up, please make sure you email me so that I'm aware, and we can either have you make up assignments or assess the situation. On the syllabus, there's information about the University of West Georgia policies based on the Georgia University system. So it's important to point out that the Georgia University system has a credit hour policy of 3 credit hours, which means that each week students will spend 135 minutes per class meeting with their instructors, either face-to-face or online, and that there would be 360 minutes outside the classroom. So that's an hour and 15 minutes or 2.5 hours each week. So what you're going to need to do is plan when you are doing your online assignments that you're going to spend about an hour and 15 minutes each online class, as well as an hour and 15 minutes each on-campus class. Also, if you plan to withdraw, make sure you're aware of the withdrawal date. And then last but not least, if you're seeking honors credit, make sure you let me know as soon as possible so we can set up a special project for you at that honors level. So moving further, I just alluded to this fact, you can expect to spend an hour and 15 minutes each time that we meet, including your online classes. And also, if you have to email me, again, don't use the CourseDen email function, but email me directly at the sweb@wesca.edu. Last but not least, you will notice here on the syllabus that there are points of what you're going to need and what they count for. Your participation in this class, for your attendance questions, whether they be online or in person, is 32%, along with your chapters and practice questions and other activities and assignments. Your team project is going to make up about 33% of the points in this class. Your individual project, which is a job searching project, is 18 points. And then your course assessments are the lowest, and that's because they are online. So all your exams will be online, and at 100 points. There will be some review quizzes that are mandatory, as well as the Learn Smart Achieve grammar mechanics exercises, which I mentioned to you, which will hopefully make you a stronger writer in terms of grammar and punctuation. So now is our course schedule. And I want to point out, notice that it says tentative. The main place that you're going to go to get all your information is CourseDen, which I'm going to explain in just a moment. So if you have any questions on anything that we're to do in the class, make sure you go to CourseDen. This provides a good guide. However, sometimes things change, sometimes things get added or deleted or adjusted. So I tried to make this as clear as possible and as thorough as possible. You'll notice the blue classes are your online classes, and your white classes are your campus classes. I also color coded for your exams, so that's in yellow. When you work on your team project, you'll be working, having a team work week, which I have color coded as well. And that team work week is towards the end of the semester, and that is located in green. So you'll see, hopefully it'll be easy for you to understand. Oh, I'm sorry, not green, this orange color. So hopefully everything will be easy to understand. And if you have any questions, remember, feel free to ask me, but also most importantly, go to your CourseDen, because that will give you the most up-to-date information. Now that we've gone through the syllabus, I'm going to shift gears and show you how to quickly navigate through CourseDen. Here is CourseDen, and what you'll see as a student in CourseDen at this particular moment in time, you'll notice that there's an announcement feed. On this announcement feed, it includes some important information, your syllabus, as well as information about signing up for remind.com, which you're all going to need to do if you haven't already done so. There's also a Facebook group that we have that allows you to get some extra credit. So feel free to sign up there. And if you see anything on Facebook that relates to communication or business communication, and you think it's relevant, it could be an article, it could be, even a picture, it could be any kind of post. If you respond or add a post, you'll end up getting extra credit for that. So keep that in mind. Another thing is that in your CourseDen, you'll notice that there's an active calendar as well, so you can see when assignments are due. So when you go into CourseDen each week, the important thing is to click on your content tab. Do not click over to communication or assessments or grades or resources to find what you need to do. Each day or each week, there will be, for example, this is week 1, there will be a checklist. And this checklist is designed to make sure that you double check yourself and you get everything done. So once you watch the course orientation video, you can check that and notice the completion bar, the quiz after you watch this video, signing up for remind.com, completing new student survey, completing the pre-assessment communication quiz, and then doing your headshot to your CourseDen and Gmail account. I also designed this so that you can go between the different sections by just clicking this forward button. Always before class, an online class especially, it will indicate what you're expected to do so that you are aware of what to look forward to. Again, remember, this is your first line of communication. Here's where I'm going to be placing this video. This is a direct link to remind.com, which you are going to be required to sign up for. There are links for surveys. Now, when you go through these surveys, there's a completion bar at the top. So make sure you go all the way to the end where it says thank you. This way, your response will be recorded and I'll be able to see it and give you credit for it. Unfortunately, there's no way for you to double check that you've done it. But once you've done it, go back to that check mark or checklist and mark it off so that you know you have completed it and there are no questions. Here's the pre-assessment survey. And then here's the information about uploading a photo to CourseDen and to your Gmail account. Now, the reason for this, and it's so important, is that people see your picture when you are in CourseDen through discussion boards. And also when you're emailing people through Gmail, they see your picture there. And it's important that you don't put a casual picture or something that's inappropriate. You want to make sure you come across as professional as possible because that's going to boost your credibility. So everyone's going to include your picture here under communication, and points will be awarded for that as well. So make sure you follow the guidelines. So now this goes on for every week. I'm only posted the first 5 weeks, but you'll be able to go in each class. You'll see when it's being offered, what to do, and then again, each class comes with a checklist that you're able to go through to make sure that you've met all of the requirements of the day. So with this said, hopefully this makes sense to you and you understand it. The one thing I do want to point out is here, it says click into Access MH Connect. So when you register for your textbook, which will be this week, you want to make sure that you go in here. You will get a screen that will actually ask you to sign up. And when you ask to sign up, it will ask you if you want to add an access code, which if you buy the book from the bookstore, you'll have that. Or if you purchased it, it'll ask you to use your credit card. And again, it's $80. Or you can have a 2-week complimentary or courtesy access period. So this means that everyone can sign up for MH Connect and you don't even have to pay for it yet, but you do need to sign up so you can complete your assignments. You'll notice when you go through CourseDen also that in your grades, I do have it so that you'll be able to see your grades as I put them in, so you'll know your GPA at each stage of the semester, so you'll know where you stand. So hopefully this gives you a good understanding of CourseDen. So that's business communication in a nutshell. Hopefully this course orientation and navigation video has helped you understand your expectations and what you need to do each week in order to be successful in this course through CourseDen, as well as you'll be learning about MH Connect or accessing MH Connect very soon. If you have any questions, please let me know. Make sure that you're prepared for next week's class. I have all the information that is included in today and Thursday's online classes. I look forward to meeting you and working with you over this semester, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.